Hello there. So this video is going to be about how you might have students create a portfolio of the steps of a writing project in Google Slides. So if you want them to be able to go back and look and see in order their outline, their draft with peer feedback, their final draft, any and all steps that you're going to create, you can easily do that in Google Slides, and it can be quite a neat sort of visual progression for students to see where they started and where they ended up and follow through their process and then use that as a model in the future. And it's also cool because you can provide models then for them that way. You can maybe pull a few student samples that are really great for the next class who does this project, or you can create your own model and show it to them. So what I have here is a blank Google Slide document. And I have created some backgrounds for it in Canva. You guys know I love to do that. So this is an 8.5 by 11. I created some pretty backgrounds in Canva using a custom size of 8.5 by 11. By no means do you have to do that. I will give you a link to my backgrounds here so that you can do it yourself. What did I call them? Okay, I called them writing portfolio backgrounds. That makes sense. Right at the bottom. Okay, so on the first page, I just created this background with a stripe across the top that says outline. You could also create something like that right in Google Slides. Then for the second one, I created a stripe that says rough draft. Third one, got a stripe that says, you guessed it, rough draft with peer feedback. And then finally, we've got final draft. So here you just have kind of a visual. It seems unlikely that they're going to be able to fit all this on just one page of rough draft. You know best how long your assignment is. You may need to create 2 pages of rough draft. You may need to create 2 pages of rough draft with peer feedback. But once you have this created, then you can insert text boxes and share a copy of this with your students. And then they're going to be able to go through and add as they need their work. So if you assign the outline for the first day, they go in here and they go to the outline page. And however you have them do outlines, they can do it right here. They just click in, they create their outline. What if they need another page? That's pretty easy. They go to edit, copy, Command V. Now their outline is 2 pages long, right? Text box is still there. It's no big deal. Then they go to type their rough draft. They can look at their outline. They can start typing their rough draft. Seems likely it might go to 2 pages. Command V. Oops, I did that wrong. I wanted to copy the actual slide. Copy. Command V. Okay, now they have 2 rough draft pages. Then when it comes time to get their peer feedback, they are going to go through, maybe do their own edit of their rough draft, and then copy and paste that draft into the peer feedback section. And you can give peers their own list of things to do. Maybe they're going to insert little boxes with comments along the side. Maybe they're going to use the underline button and the underline tool and the highlight tool to sort of point out different things. Maybe they're going to fix spelling, all that good stuff. And then you will have a visual representation of that rough draft with peer feedback. And then students can go in. They can sort of be looking between the outline, between their own rough draft, between the rough draft with peer feedback. It's all here. And then they can create their final draft. And they'll do undoubtedly some copying and pasting and then editing and crafting, and they will come up with their final draft. Now, if you want to have another page in here that's like teacher comments, then you're really going to have the whole 9 yards right here in this one package. And that's pretty neat because that's going to live on. You can have them refer back to it in their next work. And you can also create, as I said, kind of a library of links to really effective portfolios of the process for other students to look at in future units, in future years. And that is just pretty cool, as long as your students are comfortable sharing. But in general, I find that students don't really mind having their amazing work showcased. So I hope that helps you kind of visualize how you might use Google Slides to create a writing portfolio of a multi-step writing process. And I hope you're kind of thinking, what could I use this for?